So it's getting harder and harder to get away with murder, guys, with this DNA. In May of 2025, Salt Lake City police solved the 1985 murder of an 18-year-old Christine Gallegos using advanced DNA technology and forensic genealogy. The breakthrough came after investigators partnered with Othram, a Texas-based DNA lab, to re-examine preserved evidence from the crime scenes. Othram developed a DNA profile for the evidence and used genealogy research to identify potential relatives of the suspect. This process led to the identification of Ricky Lee Stallworth, who was an airman stationed at the Hill Air Force Base at the time of Gallegos' murder. Stallworth had died of natural causes in 2023, but a DNA sample from one of his relatives confirmed his involvement in the case.
Remained a mystery for our department and for our...
Salt Lake City police say they finally identified a teen's killer decades after her murder. Christine Gallegos was last seen alive 40 years ago today.
Yeah, the next day she was found brutally murdered. New specialist Andrew Adams learned this afternoon that it took some advanced DNA testing to come up with a suspect here, Andrew.
Well, that suspect appears to have been a complete stranger with some concerning habits. He wasn't even on detectives' radars until 2023.
Today, we are here to announce a major development in a case that has, until now, remained a mystery for our department and for our city.
It was a crime that had vexed Salt Lake City police for the better part of 4 decades.
Christine was severely beaten. She was stabbed, and she was shot twice in the head.
18-year-old Christine Gallegos, last seen by her family on May 15, 1985, was found dead the next day on Jefferson Street.
She told her family and her boyfriend that she was going to hitchhike into downtown Salt Lake City to go to work at a bar.
Police say despite multiple rounds of forensic testing on the evidence gathered here, the trail to a killer went cold until 2023, when detectives turned to forensic investigative genetic genealogy and publicly available DNA sources. Turns out there was a hit.
The likely suspect. That suspect was a man named Ricky Lee Stallworth.
Investigators say Stallworth was a stranger to Gallegos, an airman who was stationed at Hill Air Force Base. His exes told police about some concerning behaviors.
Had to leave late in the night, and he wouldn't come back until early the next morning, about 5 a.m., and he never provided an explanation of where he was or what he was doing.
Though Stallworth died in 2023, detectives say DNA from the man's son helped confirm he was the killer.
Never kept thinking about it. You never kept crying about it. It's just always here.
40 years later, Gallegos' mom was grateful for the answers.
Even though I thought they had given up, they've never given up.
So there are some questions raised by today's news. Ballistics that were tied to the gun in this case were also tied to 2 other homicides. One of them remains unsolved today. The other, a man was convicted. Detectives say there was a gap in time between those, and he simply believes the gun passed from one killer's hands to the next.
And just now with reaction from the family and investigators closing the case there, Jonathan.
That's right, Brian. Sarah Christine Gallegos was last seen alive on this very day back in 1985, after hitchhiking to go downtown. Hours after her disappearance, a traveler found her body near where Smith Ballpark is today.
I just know that I sure miss this girl every day. I wonder about the kids that she would have, and I watch other people with their daughters, their grandkids.
Police say Gallegos was severely beaten, stabbed, and shot twice in the head. Detectives thought the killer picked her up, drove her to a remote area, and killed her after she fought back.
I want to thank the dedication of the detectives, also the advances in forensic technology that are allowing for these cases to be solved.
Police got their guy after sending evidence to a DNA lab in Texas, who matched it to Ricky Lee Stallworth, a U.S. Air Force Airman at Hill Air Force Base in Layton, Utah. He was 27 at the time of Gallegos' murder.
He was a sort of a State Street stalker. Even though he was married, he would tell his spouses that he was going out for the night. He'd leave late in the night, and he wouldn't come back until early the next morning.
Her mother still imagines the life she could have lived.
She was outgoing, she was sweet, she was in love with her fiancé, Troy. They had a family planned. It was, they took so much away when they took her away.
Stallworth died of natural causes in July 2023. Police wish they got to him before he did.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.